Today, I'd love to invite you to make a beautiful chicken dish called bird's nests with pasta. It's a quick, tasty, and wholesome meal that feels comforting yet impressive. This recipe is simple, family-friendly, and always gets compliments. Give it a try and let me know if it becomes one of your new favorites. Take about 1 pound of ground chicken and season it with mustard, tomato paste, black pepper, and paprika. Add 1 egg to make the mixture tender and easier to shape. I love how the spices release their aroma the moment you stir them in. Do you prefer a mild flavor, or do you like your dishes a bit more bold? Now take 1 large onion and grate it on the coarse side of a grater. Try to keep all the juice, because it's exactly what helps the ground chicken become softer and more tender as it cooks. Onion plays a surprisingly important role here. It doesn't just add moisture, it deepens the flavor and makes the whole mixture feel richer and more balanced. Many home cooks overlook grated onion, but this simple step can transform almost any meat dish. Do you have your own little tricks for making ground meat extra tender? I'd love to hear them. It's always interesting to learn those small family secrets that make homemade food truly special. Now take 3 cloves of garlic and chop them finely with a knife. Try to press and slice the garlic in smooth, controlled motions. This helps release more aroma and lets it blend evenly into the chicken mixture. Garlic acts like a tiny natural flavor booster here, making the dish brighter without overpowering its gentle taste. Fun fact: garlic chopped by hand often has a cleaner, more expressive flavor compared to garlic pressed through a crusher. How do you usually prep your garlic, with a knife or with a press? Pour a little vegetable oil into a warm pan, then add a small piece of butter. This mix gives the dish a richer, smoother aroma. Once the butter melts, add the chopped garlic and sauté it for about 1 minute. Garlic releases its fragrance very quickly, so don't let it brown too much. The aroma at this stage is incredible. It instantly makes you excited for the next steps of the recipe. If you enjoy a bit of heat and want a more vibrant, spicy flavor, this is the perfect moment to add a small hot pepper. Chop it finely and place it into the pan together with the garlic. Let everything sauté for about 2 minutes, just long enough for the pepper to release its aroma and a gentle warmth. This step gives our ground chicken a deeper, more expressive taste, not overly spicy, but pleasantly warming and full of character. What's interesting is that quick sautéing actually softens the pepper while keeping its natural brightness and fragrance. It's a simple technique that brings a surprising amount of flavor. Do you like a hint of heat in your dishes, or do you usually prefer milder food? I'd love to know. Those small preferences often make home cooking feel so personal and unique. Now add the fragrant mixture of garlic and hot pepper directly into the ground chicken. Instead of regular salt, we're using soy sauce. It gives a richer, deeper flavor. You can also mix in a bit of breadcrumbs to make the meatballs firmer and easier to shape. This small trick helps create the perfect texture every time. Do you ever replace salt with soy sauce in your own cooking? Now take some green onions. The long, fresh stalks work best, and chop them finely. Green onions don't just add a gentle, fresh aroma. They also brighten up the dish with a lovely pop of color. This little touch brings a light, almost spring-like note that pairs beautifully with chicken. Once the onions are chopped, add them to the mixture and start blending everything together. Take your time here. Slow, deliberate mixing helps all the spices and aromatics spread evenly throughout the ground chicken. As you work, you'll notice the texture slowly becoming smooth, cohesive, and pleasantly soft. That's the sign that the mixture is ready. When everything looks uniform, you can begin shaping the meatballs. It's interesting how every cook has their own style. Some prefer large, hearty meatballs, while others love making tiny, delicate ones. What about you? Do you lean toward generous portions or small, elegant bites? These little choices always make home cooking feel wonderfully personal. Now, we carefully place our beautiful chicken meatballs made from mince into the center of our pasta, shaped like little birds' nests. This is a universal and convenient serving method. The pasta nests hold their shape carefully, and the chicken meatballs on top add heartiness and visual appeal to the dish. A tip for the cook: always use slightly damp hands when shaping the meatballs. This helps them not to fall apart during baking and keeps them juicy longer. I hope you enjoy the process and know that your dish is not only tasty, but healthy. Poultry is an excellent source of protein with lower fat content, and the spices we added enhance the flavor and support digestion. You will love this recipe, and your loved ones will definitely ask for seconds. Let's prepare the sauce for our dish. We use tomato paste, cream, and a little water. Mix them well until smooth. The tomato paste gives the sauce a rich color and deep flavor, while the cream makes it soft and velvety. The water adjusts the thickness to perfectly coat the pasta and meatballs. A tip for the cook: to make the sauce extra aromatic, add a pinch of herbs like oregano or basil. They pair wonderfully with tomatoes and chicken mince. Fun fact: tomato paste originated in Italy in the 19th century as a way to preserve tomatoes for a long time, and since then has become the basis for many classic pasta sauces. What do you think? Do you prefer tomato, creamy, or mixed sauces? Write in the comments to help us cook even better for you. Today we simply salt and pepper the sauce so that the taste of our pasta with mince is simple, clear, without extra distractions. Salt and freshly ground black pepper are the best friends of any sauce. They highlight the natural flavors of the ingredients without overpowering them. Tip for the cook: add salt and pepper gradually, tasting as you go to avoid oversalting. This way the pasta with meat will be vibrant and appetizing, with an aroma that fills the kitchen with coziness. You're a true master if you appreciate such simplicity. Now pour our tasty sauce over the pasta shaped like birds' nests with the meatballs inside and send it to the preheated oven for 25 minutes. While the dish bakes, grate the wonderful mozzarella cheese, which we'll add on top later for a perfect stretchy crust. Mozzarella originated in Italy in the 12th century. Its tender texture elevates any dish. Tip for the cook: grate the cheese chilled. It shreds easier and melts evenly. Can you already imagine the aroma filling the house? These nests are a hit for family dinners. The pasta absorbs all the juices and the meatballs stay juicy. Have you tried baking pasta this way? It's simpler than it seems and always impresses guests. After 25 minutes of baking, sprinkle our dish generously with wonderful mozzarella cheese and put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. During this time, the cheese will melt and form a delicious golden crust, making the dish visually appealing and tasty. Tip for the cook: add chilled cheese. It grates better and melts evenly, creating a tender, stretchy layer. Admire the result. Our pasta nests with juicy chicken meatballs, creamy tomato sauce, and melted mozzarella look stunning and smell divine. This is so delicious. The perfect dinner dish that will delight the whole family. You're true kitchen masters if you recreate this recipe. Share your photos in the comments.